Number ECG and the mechanical some engine also. There's a reason why the mechanical some engine also. Now you see me and it is a containers by 347 ayira ewo eye temaport ni nyina ye ECG for container cables gum and then another dan kweku fo adomo MPP for kofa ba ya ayira yati ya be 2 days ago na MPP for start car say NDC for na area NDC for power ND 3 months kra nanso no munim bone o modi nti NPP for kwa bonte kwa kasi containers na ira no NDC for na area and the committee the energy minister eti no omo report omo da koma energy minister yenso ye di akire ya hwehwem ya investigations and yensa akoka the committee's report, detailed report, crimes kronwa nipa bi abo kai se ECG na Ekufuor the ECG no nipa na oye board chair ansa na Afenyo Markin ebesi na name no yefre Kelly Gajepo PDS scandal no sa papa no na owombi Afenyo Markin take over from Kelly Gajepo Dubik Mahama into Afenyo Markin ebeye board chair after Kelly Gajepo resigned here without telling us or giving us reasons. Afenyo Markin also walked to the bank by taking that job as the board chair of ECG. Into containers na running and the Afenyo Markin na dudoni iraye. I can say that on authority because I will show you the committee report and also I will show you documents to prove say some people connived to steal from us and they have stolen and we have to make sure we get our money back. And also Abrante Dubik Mahama, former MD of ECG, also resigning here without giving us reasons, or no oversaw the criminality. This is a cartel. This crime we are talking about, ECG containers Ira and the Abadani Assembly Ghana no. Sanke Ukrobi and say Anaju Yechi Afenyo Markin because he was the board chair when all these things happened. In fact, at a point, Afenyo Markin, Emma instructions, Emma Sika Ekoye, without going through the due process. That is Afenyo Markin. And Nitina Ende Afenyo Markin, he's extending a hand to the energy minister and telling Ghanaians to say, oh, Kronona Kofua boy under MPP no, and can find che near Nembe Ghana for Bakone, Yanshe, Omomo. But what Afenyo Markin is doing now and say he is blaming the civil servant, he's blaming the custom officials, he's blaming Ghana Port and Harbour. He has refused to blame himself for overseeing a criminal agency, which is the ECG. Afenyo Markin, as we speak today, Enisan Kodefi or see a channel, Yamwan Koshe jail near jail in 25 years. Debi Ojina Parliament also a businessman. And Rana Mekanasem, I had a reason for telling you yesterday, say Afenyo Markin Jina Parliament to be a businessman, because of the Muhu Enyiska, Onimsa Ghana for Jimmy. If you're a businessman, get out of politics and go do business. But because Onimsa obe to the politics, Eriamo through for his business to make money, Debi Ojina Parliament also a businessman. And the Abesha Sika businessman we atna area on it Dubik and Kelly Gajepo. From the committee's report, as the board chair of ECG, Sika Omuria, Afenyo Markin, Baby Obia Kasongo 99, the piglet leader, and among Freno, say his cup is full. Afenyo Markin is not supposed to be the leader of the NPP. We all know his track record. Afenyo Markin has no better track record. He's greedy. Afenyo Markin sends thugs after young children. He defends pedophiles. Afenyo Markin is a dirty soul who thinks he can bring everybody down. But it is catching up on him. Afenyo Markin will go to jail. Afenyo Markin has no integrity to protect as a politician. Ghana ni awadwini Jumebian does not. Obian will also Afenyo Markin respect. Because after tonight, you will see Bonia Afenyo Markin Eddie Ghana. Jakwa, after this scandal, go after Afenyo Markin. Use the facts to arrest him. ECG, Yabete, you say containers Sibia ECG deba Ghana, containers 1,347 ayira. The current energy minister, Mr. John Jinapo, Abekache Ghana for say, sa containers we ayira. The obeto ye no, say MPP abreso and sa containers ni nyina ayira. Now ende the minister at the committee bi. Now oti committee no or taski almost omunye investigations into ECG any containers ayira any the crime akoso. Yani we are always ahead of everyone. We have been able to intercept the investigations report 103 pages, 103 pages, and what's our reporting? The report has 103 pages. This is the report. Investigative reports on Electricity Company of Ghana's container hold up at Temaport and related procurement issues. That Mwamu Mena made a report for the first time in Ghana. Minister no kwa humbe junior because hey Kevin Taylor be hard guy, yeah. Because baby I'm go print report no. Sa baby I'm print no. Me wa akwala bi wo ho. Enti report man printing or dem nko am printing no baby de. Me wa akwala wo ho. So minister na job because hey ade a me kutema me pese obi abehu no. Report no has 103 pages. Report no it is packed. Me be show part bi or report nim. Me wi na ma publish am mo. Asiafo MPP for na mudi omochi. Afenyo Markin is a criminal. Politics mu per this report no. He's a criminal. Per this report, per this investigative reporter, John Jinapor, the Minister of Energy, Eka say committee ni no. Per the me report no. Afenyo Markin is a thief. He needs to go to jail. It was the same Afenyo Markin was telling us to say. Finance Minister Ato Forsina or J instructions free the boss set take sign a document. Afenyo Markin was in Parliament saying say Yenjeli Ato Forsin who even took permission. And the boss back court Becca say yes, I instructed him. No, Afenyo Markin was saying say Yenjeli Ato Kwasia. Afenyo Markin today onuna or initiative chrono. He needs to go to jail. Some man Afenyo Markin we Ekufuado appointing say onuna Mbeye Dieng board chair of ECG July 2024. Now before Afenyo Markin appointing another man we know or your friend Kelly Gajepo. Kelly Gajepo. Man we say unim na the first day Ghana 14 din na ya mena me boni din PDS scandal so. PDS energy, PDS Ghana electricity deals about umiako sign ye over $500 million omudi ye Gabi Ochedakon me born audio bumpty any ayede ayensumu no PDS na me break in collaboration with ayede Herald newspaper Larry Dogbe you break PDS a save Ghana scano. This man Kelly Gajepo me na me body din first Emma Ghana for hu se nipa bi sa e Ghana ono na ye ECG board chair mysteriously April 19 2024 right before election April and also are resigning. Ghanaians asked Kelly Gajepo say, why have you resigned? Well, my reason. Also are resigning as the board chair of ECG. Oko ICGC. We Ewifon kwa. E wana kenofuri atasoko. Almost off ni papa no sheketins no. I friend Mensa Otabe no. The sheketins na or the kansem hunu no. Political pastor no. Ono na ye my boy bi ko jail. Okotena bank board so omko wie sika ema young man bi ko jail. Sa man your friend Mensa Otabe. He was part of that board that mismanaged the bank's money for a young man, innocent man, to go to jail, for him to still be practicing and taking offering every Sunday. Your friend Mensa Otabil. Now, sorry, Bani. So, Kelly Gajepo, April 9th, and also on Jumani, he's resigning as the board chair of ECG. You're born, Busani Bibia. Your Busan man will say, why are you resigning? One can't. You are the board chair of the ECG. Also, on my reason. Into man we're resigning, you know, and Ekufuado. I can say, Afenyo Markin, the businessman, go and replace Kelly Gajepo. Ewo ECG. So Afenyo Markin took over July 2024. Naka beye 5 months ni atwaba. Technically, naka 6 months. Na yakoto aba 2024. And Afenyo Markin ekot name as the board chair of ECG. Remember, Afenyo Markin, the original parliament council or a businessman. So Ekufuado told Afenyo Markin, who is a businessman, to go and head ECG as the board chair. Remember, Afenyo Markin, the client Kennedy Japan, who was supplying electricity, equipment and lights, energy stuff to ECG. So the businessman, whose client is also a businessman, has been given the job as the board chair of ECG. Afenyo Markin, the client Kennedy Japan. Kennedy Japan so ya manizikam rebi so on supply street light Emma ECG. Sikana ma light na ma ene tiha. Ene Ekufuado say akwa we eye Afenyo Markin enko lead ECG. Remember, Afenyo Markin ko lead ECG no. Nipa na oye MD of ECG. Your friend Dubik Mahama. Maybe boy we asked some before elections. Dubik Mahama onina from 2022. Oye MD, managing director of ECG ABC. Before elections, September and also are resigning. Dubik Mahama no MD of ECG. September 25th. Also nye jumani bi wejai. Yebusan say, what are your reasons? Also only reason bia. and we so work it out. Before election, because I said this boy is a thief. Can't be our Ghana be our boy will be. Or to Mr. Sandy Pano de Woko Monaco no any bad day. This boy got to the sandbox now on we need Jota as well bottom. Or do go down to for to sacramine. This boy, I came to tell you people where he will go to jail. Now, boy, we are quite baby did me matter. Dubik Mahama on an MD from 2022. Otna wa bedru ha. You do September pe also on your money bill. What was your reason? No reason. We jai. Oh yes, sad. I will show you his properties. Girls are on my wo or girl be or what top down to be my girl be UK. This boy. Me so be a time eba. Now, yanko issue neso. So in Kofu they took over and they were there at ECG. After Kelly Koyeno, na Afenyo Markin, any day, or ne Dubik Mahama, and no more running things. Remember, Ghana Mremuno, Oko state-owned enterprises, government institutions. There's a reason why they be a MD and a CEO. Se board no, anka say yenji CEO entum and also board na endorse ya. CEO no krampo no. The human to me started. And the Mahama yi so many CEOs as we are sitting here now, they are waiting for board approval. The board is there to check a MD, to check CEO. The board is the last stop to stop corruption. Because the board ne be corrupt, it means to say the whole agency is a mess. Every time when you are picking a CEO, make sure you are picking the right board, because a CEO no any board no be connive. Naka somo ya mu damage o me finish mu eni bi na eye ABAJ any Godfrey Dame, because ABAJ time no procurement as the manager no na Godfrey Dame as the attorney general, not procurement board. So enti adia ABAJ nyina no Godfrey Dame was sanctioning it. AB amono mon check is anyoma no ABAJ kro no board no procurement authority no. Godfrey Dame was on the board of procurement authority when ABAJ was bringing documents for them to endorse, because now Godfrey Dame and ABAJ they have connived, normally partners, and Obua ABAJ money yes are deals nina. The same applies to the ECG. Without the board, the MD or whoever is the manager or whoever cannot. There's no checker. ECG must sign without the approval of the board, and more importantly, the board chair. When we talk about a board chair, ECG board chair, no check or no contract can be signed between ECG and a private individual, a government, or anybody without the board giving a green light. Into the board, it is the last stop to stop every corruption. So when you are the board chair of ECG, you are basically the last stop of corruption, and whatever happens at ECG from the top, you have to give green light for it to go on. You cannot tell me as a board chair, say, ECG, I signing 2 million deal. You have no idea about. You are lying. No. Then you have to come and prove that whether that issue was brought to board or not, whether the person who signed that 2 million deal actually informed the board or did it on their own. So as far as the ECG, the board chair and the MD who was there, they have to come and answer questions. Maybe a MD and maybe a board in him. Maybe a board in maybe an MD in him. It is only through Jakpa investigations and yebehu nipa owia yesika. Are you following? All right, I'm sure I there. Now you be reporting and the metro documents. And the metro documents. Memo one could enter Afenyo Markin. So Bejina Parliament biem kasa muntu ntosiongu so. He's a despicable human being. Sa ne girlfriend friend I won on and I would too no. Metro be your tenne. Ne yere nko Afenyo Markin. You Afenyo Markin, I've been watching you. Yeah. Uko teshia oni girl bia wutu wo ho ye fe na awu wakoto dan ma girl wa Afenyo Markin oje say onim nyansa ma oje say you can destroy people oje say nyina ye Jimmy and ye te Ghana. I'm a politician, I'm a businessman who came to say bodam for oga na ote awo be the picture ne nkora the picture ba be kire ma oyire hu sa teshi mansion okoto ma girl na o she teshi wona awo be the o picture be kire oyire no na mre nkwara mienu na mawo na kire oyire no send enye bad enipa na wawo se me se metianam ko wo a ore nchen a na obi di kire enye bad Enti mema wo yire hu nkwara mienu no awo nkwara no teshi a wo adwere ya wo se Ghana fo nyina ejimi unnim boni a wedi unnim ana wo ya wo so nim nyansa. Now do you know something? The board chair here Afenyo Markin and the Assembly of Parliament and anytime make say Afenyo Markin is guilty. Onim so abokro no onim so say jail no, but he's playing some game. He's playing a psychological game. And the Afenyo Markin sorry of Parliament Assembly AC wo ECG ne krampo de anka NDC and MPP we should come together and make sure we solve the problem. Now the problem is the GP Gapoha people and people who work at the port. And now NDC ne no any MPP they should come together and go after civil servants. Obwa. He's playing on the conscience of Ghanaians. He knows he's guilty. This is the same Afenyo Markin who was telling Ghanaians to say, ato force na at the end of the day, the boss man permission to sign the document. And ECG contains 1,347 naira. Afenyo Markin has sort of parliament says, oh, we all have to be patriotic. Obwa, he knows he's guilty. Afenyo Markin stole millions and billions from Ghanaians through ECG per the report I have. Into or play Sane Kasongo strategy, Suddenly, Waba Parliament. Oh, we all have to fight together and make sure whatever is happening at ECG, it's an institutional problem. It is the bureaucracy. You were the immediate board chair. Sia. Listen to Kasongo.
ECG. I had the privilege of chairing the board in July. Because I'm a businessman, the first question I ask myself is that how can ECG award a contract? And when the contract is awarded, all the person does is deliver at the port, present bill of lading, and request for payment. I said, with the greatest respect, I don't want to use a word. This is Parliament. I was shattered. I said, how? And ECG would have to pay. So I realized that ECG was paying a lot of bills when they have not even had access to the goods. And when you ask them, I asked the procurement manager, director of procurement, a question. I said, why did he say, oh, chairman, this is the practice since. This is the practice. And they will bring you document. I listened to honorable member for Sekendi, lawyer, you from Sekendi, question meeting. And I am adopting his submissions as though they were mine. The time has come. This politics, somebody says MPP, NDC, it's a system problem that I will any day support this minister to embark on reforms. How come containers at the ports, containers that have arrived, the bureaucracy at our ports, they say the containers are missing. Mr. Speaker, it is true that when these containers come, there is some connivance with some customs officials, and they sell these containers, these cables that ECG needs after the supplier has been paid. They sell the container, and then people resell back to ECG. Are we pretending we don't know? Instead of us to pay attention and kill the rots, then we come here, then MPP, NDC, so now they say, oh, maybe it's happening on the MPP, it's happening on the NDC. No. An honorable minister, I know what you can do. If we can give you support to do it, you must adopt a posture, a non-partisan posture, and tackle the rots. But if we all want to approach it, MPP, NDC, Mr. Speaker, it will remain. NDC will spend 4 years, 16 years, 20 years, the same thing will be there. They will come into opposition, and the same thing would arise again.
Oh, what he's trying to do. At this point, from the Onoye cannot just say, oh, Nimrod and Ekoso, as the board chair, he went there. The question is, what did he do about it? So it is clearly negligence and deliberately causing financial loss to the state. Per his own statement, when he took over as the board chair, and he's giving us even more details than we know, meaning he has more information than all of the people in parliament. So Afenyo is the first person to assist the government in investigating this matter. Because you say you're a businessman, you became the board chair, and then you have noticed a problem. You have noticed corruption. You have noticed people are scamming Ghanaians. Your job as the board chair, you took an oath to be the board chair, is to protect the public purse. So what do you need to do? Immediately you stop it, you write a report, you open investigations, you get people taken into custody to make sure the system is protected. He looked on, he joined the party, he joined the prostitution, he fucked the girls, he became part of the crime, he turned into a virus, he is now killing people, and he steps out to come and tell us that we should all come together and be killed by AIDS. You are mad. Oh, damn. It is NDC MPP. Today you want collaboration. No. We are fighting this war of corruption as Ghanaians, irrespective of which political party you belong to. NDC is in power. If you are an MPP and you have caused a problem, you need to be jailed. Into a general parliament, he's playing mind games. Oh, where there a Ghana problem? Kwasia, da bena who say, yeah, Bokrono or ECG, a Ghana problem. A MPP now cause a problem, no. A who as the board chair who led the corruption, because Sanka ECG, Yeka say, Anka John Abujina Pobekachere say, ECG was able to make a revenue of $100 billion. Kakwasia, Utru Kro, Kawabejina Parliament, say, yeah, you know us. We, Mr. Speaker, we are the minority. When we were there, Kwasia, criminality about there, we should come together as a unit. No. We want to stand individually and deal with the problem. You think you are a smart politician, dirty riffraff. And I want you to understand, you have to go to jail. What's the Ghana now to parliament? And now we use unkwasianyansa de dankofo. And you think say everything is about politics. Every day I'm a businessman. And I wish a business the politics and now we are Ghana. All the things we were saying in parliament, 99% of Ghanaians did not know. So if the corruption has happened or happened under you, under your leadership, and you did not do anything about it, then it means this is pure negligence. It means you knew the crime was ongoing. When also you're a lawyer. So if you have an idea of a crime, and at the end of the day, we find out that you knew about the crime, what makes you? You are a criminal. You are not even supposed to stand in our parliament to even discuss Ghana's issues. I was saying we are doing boxing, we do see a poso, nedu ko pie kasongo 99. You are a filthy liar. Now, me say, you see, Freemason for the intelligent, honest people in the Freemason. Now, what made you get into that Freemason? So today, Freemason, they are employing criminals. Is this the Freemasonry thing? Now, idea ugina okay. So ugina u Freemason yangu po enim na okam kwasi story we ya. Ugina sa u Freemason yameno obemu ewura Freemason heaven. This guy is an embarrassment. He was trying to play on the conscience of Ghanaians. When did we start to fight corruption as NDC MPP together? No. We are fighting corruption. We are fighting people who have been involved in corruption. So at this point, it's not about NDC being power or MPP being power. It's about who were involved in this crime. And you, the board chair, Afenyo Markin, you oversaw the criminality for all these months and you did not say a word. Today you are in parliament telling us that you know all that is happening and you didn't take any action. Go and read your rules, the rules governing the board that you were on. You are a liar. Afenyo, you are a filthy, dirty liar. You are a corrupt, dirty criminal who calls himself a politician. Per the report I have seen. You are a thief. You have stolen from Ghanaians. Now let's go into the report. Team, stay with me. What do you say, Jimmy Bejinabe and we all and the bureaucracy? Oh, damn crazy. Mommy and you report to him. Ghana na we say what's how they be Ghana Fosika. Now look at this. Moment kind report no. Report na me de be no. The whole Ghana obia any report no. Now this man too was the man who was in charge of procurement. In fact, answer na me call report no. Me church obia mu. Now one, this man is Keligajepo. Or no NNA board chair. Edu baby also a jai board chair juma no on your board chair or ECG biom. Yebusan reason also on can and a kufu adi no and Afenyo Markin be share ho. Afenyo Markin so be share ho no and from July see the end of the kufu tenure. or the board chair of ECG. This guy, a friend Dubik Mahama, on an MD, managing director of ECG. Chrono course on an MD. He was collaborating with the board chair to make sure ECG is run. Ufriwa, this man, they made him this man, they made him the procurement boss. This man, the background and your procurement. His background was into housing and other things. But what they did was that his background was in estates, any housing or ECG. They moved this man, they merged procurement and merged those two offices, housing and procurement. And the share man we inside. Man, we want to calculate now because 10 digits on to me yet. He knew nothing about calculations. He knew nothing about procurement. Afenyo Markin and for a specific reason. If you do also I wanted you to know the actors in this scandal. But the lead actor is Afenyo Markin, the leader of the 88 piglets, the MPP minority. Moga, mobatino position a chair. Moye before. Now, Momianko reporting. Gigim the whole Ghana Obiang will report to it. This is the first time you are seeing it. Every Ghanaian because we want you to know the truth.